Hello, everyone. My name is Karen McGee, and I am here to talk about a question today that I often get asked. Do ADHD kids argue a lot? If you're a parent of a child with ADHD, you might feel like you're constantly in battle of wills. You ask them to turn off the TV, and suddenly it's a heated debate. You set a bedtime, and it's met with endless negotiation. So, do ADHD kids argue a lot? And if so, why? So, we'll explore the connection between ADHD and argumentative behavior. We'll break down the brain science behind it, and we'll give you some actionable strategies to reduce conflict and improve communication with your child. So, let's dive in. ADHD affects impulse control, emotional regulation, and working memory. This makes it difficult for children to pause and consider the consequences of their words before reacting. Key reasons ADHD kids argue more: impulsivity, reacting before thinking things through; emotional dysregulation, which is a difficulty managing strong emotions; oppositional tendencies. Some kids with ADHD exhibit behaviors similar to oppositional defiant disorder, resisting authority and structure. Difficulty with transitions. Moving from one activity to another can trigger frustration, hyperfocus, and sensory sensitivity. Interrupting an ADHD child engaged in a preferred activity can feel unbearable for them. So let's say a parent asks their ADHD child to do their homework. And instead of compliance, they're met with complaints, stalling, and outright refusal. What's happening here? The child might struggle with task initiation due to the executive function deficits. Homework might feel overwhelming due to challenges in focus and organizations, and they may lack self-awareness about frustration leading to outbursts. But what does this mean for parents? So let me explain it from a brain science, from argument, or from the scientific side of things. The ADHD brain has an underactive prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for the impulse control, and an overactive amygdala, which is the emotional center. And when an argument begins, an ADHD child's brain shifts into fight or flight mode, making logical decisions nearly impossible in the heat of the moment. So, here's an example of an ADHD argument cycle. You give a direction, which is considered a trigger. The child feels immediate frustration and reacts impulsive, which is like an immediate emotional reaction. You, as the parent and the child, engage in a back and forth debate. So now it's an escalation happening. The child then either explodes in anger or withdraws completely. So we have this meltdown or shutdown phase. And then once everything is calm, the child often feels guilty but doesn't know how to prevent future outbursts. So it's kind of like a guilt or regret situation. The leading ADHD research, Dr. Barkley, explains that ADHD is not just about attention issues, but it's also about difficulty self-regulating the emotions. This means parents need to focus on teaching emotional management strategies, not just enforcing compliance. So here are some of the strategies to reduce the argument. Stay calm and regulate yourself. Model the behavior you want to see. If you remain calm, your child is more likely to mirror your response. So use low, slow, and steady tones when responding to frustration. Offer choices instead of commands. So instead of go brush your teeth right now, try Would you like to brush your teeth before or after putting on your pajamas? Use when-then statements. So instead of saying no video games until your homework is done, try when your homework is finished, then you can play video games. Help them transition gently. Use timers and visual schedules to prepare for activity changes and give them a 5-minute heads up before transition. For example, hey, you got 5 minutes before it's time for us to shut down that game. All right, let's wrap everything up in this time frame. So teach them emotional regulation. Practice deep breathing exercises together. Encourage a calm down corner with sensory tools like fidget toys or noise canceling headphones. Reinforce the positive behavior. Praise good communication. I love how you explain your feelings without yelling. Implement a reward chart for positive conflict resolution. Teach your child to take 3 deep breaths before responding to frustration. Role play different scenarios together. Use the I feel statements. Instead of arguing, encourage your child to express emotions constructively. I feel frustrated when I have to stop playing suddenly, for example. I need a 5-minute warning before transition. After an argument, calmly discuss what happened, what can you do differently next time. And the question every parent wants to know, which is, my child argues about everything. Is this normal? Yes, it is. ADHD kids often see rules as negotiable because their brains crave stimulation and novelty. Consistency is key in setting firm but fair boundaries. How do I discipline my child without constant power struggles? Instead of harsh punishments, use logical consequences. If you don't put away your toys, you won't have them to play with tomorrow. What if my child becomes physically aggressive during arguments? Aggression is a sign of extreme emotional dysregulation. So stay calm, create a safe space, and teach alternative coping mechanisms like squeezing a stress ball or taking a walk. In conclusion, conflict is a natural part of parenting, but understanding how the ADHD impacts emotional regulation can help you respond with patience and strategy. With time, consistency, and the right tools, you can help your child manage the frustration, reduce the arguments, and build stronger communication. So let's continue the conversation. What strategies have you worked on? Drop a comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more ADHD insights. Check out the free resources in the description. And let me know if you love this content or if you want something different. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.